Right now at noon, thousands in Virginia brace for possible flooding after heavy rains test a dam's strength. And an Amber Alert is issued after police say a girl was abducted from a D.C. area airport, and officers say the girl is in extreme danger.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Friday afternoon. We finally made it. We'll get to those stories in a minute, but first let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first alert forecast. Get ready for a big warm-up.
Oh yes, another big warm-up will be coming our way, especially as we go through tomorrow.
We need your microphone on.
Oh, is the microphone on? Oh, I don't even have a microphone on here. Well, that explains a lot. But of course, we do have another warm front that's going to be coming our way. That's going to be
grab the hard wire.
As we come into the next weekend here. There we go. Let me go ahead and grab this on for us. It's been a day. It has been a day. I'll tell you that.
Now we can hear you fine.
There we go. A lot happens in the morning sometimes before you get to work. It's been one of those days. Now, visibility is clear now. We did have a lot of that dense fog earlier. That dense fog has now cleared. So that is fantastic news. Here's a live look right now. You see a lot of that sunshine that we do have out there, and that's good news from the Edgewater Sky Cam. That's going to help create another beautiful day. Temperatures already into the low 70s, and we're going to watch those temperatures make it into the 80s for those highs later on. Janesville is already at 77. Same for our friends in Kenosha and Mineral Point. Boscobel is at 79 degrees already. It is a little bit humid as well as you begin to step out. Dew points are into the 60s. That's just a sign of what's to come for your weekend. There are some showers that are developing to our north and west along that warm front that's lifting into town. The thing is, I don't expect us to have any in the way of some showers and thunderstorms. These really should fall apart before they even make it into the Madison area. So as we go through the rest of today, do expect a lot more sunshine with temperatures in the 80s before we talk about that extreme heat that's going to be back into town for tomorrow. Tomorrow and another alert day, and we're going to be breaking down all the details for that one.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris.
My pleasure.
Top of the news today, about 80,000 people who live downstream from a Virginia dam are leaving their homes. Officials are fearful the dam could fail at any time. 6 inches of rain fell near the College Lake Dam in Virginia in a matter of hours yesterday, turning parks into ponds and leaving drivers stranded in floodwaters. The National Weather Service has posted flash flood watches and warnings from Georgia to Vermont.
My whole backyard, everything was like a lake. It was flooded so bad to the point where when the water did calm down, I found a fish in my driveway.
Officials in Virginia have told the evacuated residents who live below the dam that they may be able to return to their homes tomorrow, assuming the dam holds. Meanwhile, a tornado tore through Charlottesville, Virginia, and tornado sirens rang out in New York City. An Amber Alert is active right now for a 12-year-old girl abducted at Reagan National Airport just outside of D.C. Police believe the girl is in extreme danger. Officers released these surveillance photos they say show the girl leaving the airport with an unknown woman and then getting into an SUV driven by an unknown man. The girl is from China and was with a tour group preparing to board a plane to San Francisco when she left to use the restroom and never came back. The surveillance pictures show the girl going with the couple willingly, but police say that does not mean she is not in danger.
Critical missing, extreme danger. We have a 12-year-old girl who we don't know where she is. We don't know who she is with. And so I'll let you decide how you want to call that. But for us, this is our priority number one. It's of the utmost importance.
Police say the couple that left her with the girl may be the same one that approached her while she was sightseeing at the World Trade Center in New York City. Authorities are still trying to locate the girl's family to notify them. Police are also trying to find the girl's social media accounts to see if that provides any clues. Police in Central Europe are looking for a Madison man who's been missing for the last 5 weeks. Susan Luskin says authorities in Slovenia are working with the U.S. Embassy there to try to find her 25-year-old son, Jonathan. She last heard from him when they were traveling together in Vienna, Austria on June 22nd. He had planned to hike in one of Slovenia's national parks and stop in Croatia and Greece before heading back to Hong Kong, where he's working as a chemistry tutor. A State Department official told News 3 there is no greater priority than making sure American citizens are safe when they're traveling abroad. Hundreds of thousands of students, politicians, and community members across the country are expected to take to the streets once again this weekend for the National March on the NRA. Here in Madison, Wisconsin, high school students are planning to march from the UW campus to the Capitol tomorrow, where they'll push for stricter gun laws. Next Saturday, another rally is planned here. That one will be a pro-speech, pro-gun rally from noon until 3. Organizers for that event say they hope people from all viewpoints attend the rally with an open mind and are willing to have a civil debate on the issue of gun laws. The Wisconsin Ethics Commission has picked a new administrator. The commission selected a Florida lawyer, Daniel Carlton Jr., as interim administrator to serve out the remainder of a 4-year term that expires next year. Carlton still needs to be confirmed by the state Senate. He's being hired after the former administrator, Brian Bell, resigned in January when the Senate majority voted against confirming him. The CrossFit Games are letting veterans come see the events for free today. As part of Military and First Responders Day, admission to the Games is free for any active, reserved, or retired military or first responders who have an ID. Single-day tickets for today cost $35 for everybody else. We'll have more on today's honors coming up on News 3 at 5. And if you want to watch some of the CrossFit Games on TV, CBS will have an hour of live coverage on Saturday at noon and Sunday morning at 11. There's additional coverage on cable on the CBS Sports Network starting at 9 o'clock tonight and again tomorrow, and it's online all day long at cbssports.com. Well, there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Grab your fork and your appetite, because we're serving up a pineapple cake that is crazy good. Trust me on this one. Whenever I make a cake that has a really good frosting, I like to bake it in a rim baking sheet rather than a typical 9x13 pan, because that way the cake will be thinner and there'll be more frosting in every bite. And if you're wondering, will there be enough batter to fill a big baking pan like this? Just watch. For our batter, after mixing together some sugar, eggs, vegetable oil, and vanilla, we add a can of pineapple, juice and all, and our dry ingredients. You see, this goes into a 10 by 15 rim baking sheet, and we pop it in the oven. While the cake bakes, we make our frosting by beating together marshmallow cream, cream cheese, and powdered sugar. When the cake cools, we'll slather on some frosting and finish it off with some toasted coconut. I bet right now you wish you could reach through your TV and grab a forkful. The combo of the pineapple and the coconut makes this a winner, and it doesn't get any more summery than this. So why not go online and print the recipe for our crazy good pineapple sheet cake? That way you'll have it on hand for the weekend. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tropical way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Coming up, time to prepare for the heat and humidity. We're in for a rather warm weekend here in southern Wisconsin. Chris Reese has your first alert forecast when News 3 at noon returns. Our Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues and call our hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number is 608-270-2833. The service is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 and 1. Well, job growth falls short in July. And would you like to move to Italy to be a chocolate taster? Sure. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
The number of jobs added in July came up weaker than expected, and you'll have to blame that on the closure of Toys R Us. The Labor Department says the economy grew by 157,000 jobs. In retail, there was a big drop in jobs in hobby, toy, and game stores. Meanwhile, the nation's unemployment rate did edge lower to 3.9%. Burberry is changing its logo for the first time in 20 years. The British brand unveiled the new trademark reading Burberry, London, England on Instagram. The company hired a designer earlier this year to make over its image. Burberry also unveiled a new monogram, which interlocks T's and B's, representing its founder's initials. 151,000 pay TV customers cut the cord from Dish in its latest quarter. The company has been trying to stem the exodus of TV viewers, marketing its $25 a month Sling TV service, which did gain more subscribers. Dish says it earned $439 million, and overall its numbers were better than expected. The Ferrero company is searching for 60 taste testers who will get paid to try its products like Nutella. Candidates would relocate to Italy and take a 3-month training program. Trainees would sample hazelnut, cocoa, and white chocolate to gain a sense of smell and taste. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. The Dow Industrial's up 98 points at the noon hour, despite those job numbers. The NASDAQ down almost 10. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. You want to move to Italy with me and taste chocolates?
That would be righteous. I can do that. I bet I could excel at that. Yeah, I remember once I got a chance to interview one of the official taste testers for, I think it was a high-end ice cream. I can't remember which, like Haagen-Dazs or whatever. He sampled with a gold spoon. I thought, man, that's a small spoon. Yankee'd have to have a little bit bigger flavor opportunity than that. But wow, that would be excellent. So, as it is, I'm going to be celebrating Family Fun Night up at Pambo tomorrow. You come on up. That'll be our Italy for right now. Hot and sticky weather has got the markets talking a little bit right now in Chicago. Our corn, beans, and wheat are holding firm, but kind of quiet. It's not just about the weather, although August is a critical month when it comes to fulfilling the potential of our crop. So the moisture, the heat, it's all got to be the right balance for farmers all around the upper Midwest. Then there's the big issue of China and their trade retaliation. Now we're talking another $60 billion in retaliatory measures from China, and a lot of that, again, falling on U.S. agriculture. So the market is less than excited about what could develop going into the weekend. But like I said, pretty quiet all the way around for corn, beans, and wheat. Let's also remember next week, USDA is going to come out with their first projections on just how big the crop is going to be for corn, beans, and wheat. That's coming out on the 10th. Kind of hard to get an idea really right now on what's happening with soybeans, but a little bit better estimate on our corn. Dairy markets today in Chicago. Barrel cheese is up 1 3/4 at 147.5. 40-pound block cheese, that's also up 1.5 pennies today, 158 3/4. Double A butter unchanged at $2.32 a pound. Hey, if you're headed over towards Wisconsin State Fair, just remember next Tuesday morning they are going to be recognizing Wisconsin's centennial and sesquicentennial farms. So 100 years, 150 years in the same family. And I did a count, Mark, and I believe there's 52 families from across the state of Wisconsin that will be recognized for surviving and being viable 150 years in Wisconsin agriculture. That's saying something.
Yeah, it really is. It's family night already up at Lambeau?
Yeah, family fun night, Saturday night, 7 o'clock, and I'm going to have to juggle because I want to see Jerry Kramer get inducted into the Hall of Fame, too.
It's a full weekend.
I got a list.
All right, have fun.
See you later.
Chris is here now, and if you're going up to Green Bay, bring some fluids with you. It's going to be warm up there,
Yeah, it's going to be warm just about all across southern Wisconsin, no matter how you slice it, especially as we go into the weekend. Today, a bit more comfortable, and we do have those temperatures that are into the 70s as of now. In fact, we've made it to 73 degrees here in Madison. It is a little sticky, though. Dew points are into the low 60s as we speak. So as you step out, there might be a little bit of frizz to the hair. There's just a little bit of humidity to make things feel a little bit uncomfortable out there. Dew points well into the 60s, especially as you work your way back to the south and west. In Platteville, the dew point is approaching 70 at this point. That's where that air gets really heavy, and we do have a little bit of a southerly wind starting to take over. They're mainly coming in out of the south and east as of now. Southeast winds are a good sign that you are just in front of a warm front that's going to be lifting through, and in fact, we are. Already we've seen temperatures that are 5 degrees above where they were yesterday here. The Dells 11 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. You zoom out just a little bit and you see how the entire upper Midwest is dealing with those warmer temperatures. That is a sign of what's to come headed into tomorrow. Already this warm front starting to spark off some showers and thunderstorms back to our north and west. So as you work your way towards the Twin Cities up near Eau Claire, there's a lot more cloud cover there. That's where we do have a complex of showers and thunderstorms that's working its way to the south and east. The thing is, I don't think this is going to make it towards us. That'll very likely die off before it has an opportunity to reach us. Future Track shows exactly that. It also shows more sunshine for us going through the rest of the afternoon. Our temperatures will be topping out into the low 80s. Then overnight, we'll have clearing skies, but we're only going to drop to about 66 degrees. So it's going to be a very mild night, which is going to shape us up for that warming tomorrow. With this warm front lifting through and high pressure to our south and east, we are really going to be basking in the southwesterly wind flow. And eventually, this cold front will work through, bringing some strong thunderstorm chances as we get you into the end of the week. But we're really going to be tracking that heat, especially towards Saturday afternoon. This is the heat index, once again approaching 100 degrees for some spots into the weekend. So that's why we want to make sure that we are drinking plenty of water, reduce that outdoor activity, and just stay hydrated into the weekend. Saturday is, in fact, an alert day due to that heat and the humidity. We do begin to cool things down as we get you towards the next 10 days. This is about where we should be in terms of temperature for this time of the year, but we've got to get through that Saturday 90 before we begin to cool things down. 81 degrees this afternoon, partly sunny and warm. Of course, 90 again for your Saturday. Sunday's going to be a pretty toasty day too, right around 88 degrees. Lots of sunshine for most of your Sunday. Sunday night into Monday, we'll have a cold front come through. That'll bring additional chances for showers and thunderstorms into the picture by Monday and Tuesday. We are cooler with those chances of rain, more sunshine for the middle of next week with temperatures hanging out right around 80 degrees or so. That'll take us into next weekend as well.
All right, and you're going to the CrossFit Games tomorrow. Be careful.
Oh yeah, be very careful, especially if you're just going to be real physical tomorrow. Drink a lot of water, stay hydrated as you can.
I think the athletes know what to do, but
I'm sure they
just
do.
Going to sit in the stands.
Yes.
Bring lots of water. All right, thank you, Chris. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, people are packing a store in Los Angeles. How these everyday items are reminding people of their childhoods. That's next at noon. Well, you might not want to eat the groceries you see inside a new Los Angeles supermarket. That's because the products are all made of felt. It's the brainchild of a British artist, Lucy Sparrow, who transformed 2,800 square feet of the standard hotel into aisles stocked with hand-sewn groceries. You can buy anything in the store. Jamie Yukas explains how Sparrow is really selling the familiar comforts of home.
Customers crowd the aisles of Sparrow Mart, where everything from pizza to peanut butter is handmade from felt.
Felt is a very childlike fabric and it often evokes nostalgia. There you go. So I think it often harks back to being at school and some of your first craft projects. I just take it to the extreme.
There's sushi and soda. Artist Lucy Sparrow spent a year sewing and painting the 31,000 items that line store shelves. But this art exhibit is hands-on, and every piece is up for grabs.
The fact that it provokes happiness and a sense of excitement that you wouldn't necessarily have in other art shows, and it's also so inclusive. It welcomes people in that wouldn't necessarily go to galleries.
Sparrow is clearly obsessed with felt. She lives and works on a farm outside of London and calls her office the Felt Cave.
4 years ago, I was still working as a receptionist in central London. I did a Kickstarter campaign to fund my first big show.
Her first show, a corner shop in London's East End, created a frenzy on Instagram, and the art world took notice.
For £200, you can get Lucky Charms and milk.
In 2017, Sparrow built a bodega in the Big Apple. 9,000 pieces sold out. The LA pop-up also includes a gallery. This customer has her eye on the Campbell's soup creation with a price tag of $10,000.
I think the imagery reminds me of Andy Warhol, the pop art of the 60s, something I identify with, and my childhood.
Sparrow's creations evoke warm and fuzzy feelings. Her felt Fantasyland is a celebration of brands connecting people with life experiences.
I've just got a dream. It's just a little more unusual than everyone else's. I just want to make real life out of felt.
Jamie Yukas reporting. That is remarkable.
That really is. I'm impressed in a whole new way.
Yeah, 30.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
All right, the heat's going to be impressive tomorrow. Or is it really? It is August after all. We're going to see temperatures right around 90 degrees. That is an alert day for that heat and the humidity. Still pretty warm into your Sunday as well, right around 88. That rain chance Sunday night into Monday is a cold front that's going to cool things down to about where they should be for this time of the year.
All right, take it easy this weekend. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.